Welcome back to another season of the Omaha News. 1 month into the new year, the city of Omaha has already reached 29% of the 2014 homicide rate. I'm Kristen Rogers. Coming up, see how a local organization is spreading hope in an effort to help change lives.
And I'm Dylan Semp. There have been 121 confirmed cases of measles this year. Stay tuned to learn how you can maintain a measles-free home.
Those stories and more here on the Omaha News right now.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
So far, Omaha has had 9 murders in 2015. That's up by 7 from last year, and 8 have been in North Omaha. Reporter Eugene Tyler tells us about a community organization hoping to change that statistic by changing lives.
Being released from prison in 2009, Justin Gaines was murdered.
Nobody gave me the chance to talk to my brother.
Joshua Nolan and Travell Taylor were sentenced to life in prison for a shooting that led to Gaines' death.
I get this call from my cousin. She was like, "Your brother just got shot."
The news caused James's life to spiral.
I passed physics 2 percentages above an F.
Although he graduated, his brother,
My big brother too at that.
wasn't there.
Despite the violence that goes on in the North Omaha community, the Hope Center for Kids hopes to teach youth a different lesson.
There is hope that you can achieve, that there are skills, there are places you can go.
Places that prepare youth for employment, help youth accomplish their wildest dreams, speak their minds, and hopefully roll away from the violence the Hope Center for Kids tries to shut down every night.
You rub off on kids so much, they turn into little yous. Like, they pick up your traits, they talk like you, they walk like you.
James started working at the Hope Center to get back on his feet.
Working at Hope Center in that time was the most pivotal position I was in. I was still in the environment, but like my bosses and my mentors and everybody around me, the kids, showed me that even in the environment, there's love.
For the Omaha News, I'm Eugene Tyler.
The Hope Center for Kids welcomes people from all communities. For more information, visit hopecenterforkids.com. A high-speed police chase ended this morning in Elkhorn. Last night, around midnight, the car was spotted near 132nd and West Dodge Road, but ran from the officers. The officers chased the vehicle through Sarpy County and into Gretna, and the chase ended in Elkhorn. The driver of the car fled on foot through a wooded area, and the K-9 unit was dispatched. The driver was bitten on the arm and taken to Lakeside Hospital for treatment. And if fighting fires is your passion, then now is the time to fill out an application. The Omaha Fire Department is now accepting applications for classes and training that begin in 2016. Applicants will undergo an evaluation process, starting with a multiple-choice test, a physical ability test, and finally, an oral interview. The deadline for applications is March 2nd, 2015, and up to 2,000 applicants are expected.
The Chancellor of the University of Nebraska Medical Center and the Director of its Biocontainment Unit are at the White House today. Chancellor Jeffrey Gold and Biocontainment Director Phil Smith are being recognized for their response to the Ebola crisis. President Obama is highlighting how the U.S. government has worked with other government and international organizations in response to the virus. UNMC has one of the 3 biocontainment units in the nation that have treated Ebola patients. 2 of the patients made a full recovery, and the 3rd was in extremely critical condition when he was admitted, and he later died. The recent measles outbreak across the U.S. are seeing numbers of cases past the 100 mark. While the numbers are still low, parents across the Omaha Metro are concerned as there have been confirmed cases in Nebraska. Kenneth Vella reports on what they are doing to protect their children.
Children mean the world to their parents.
Hi, baby.
And maintaining their well-being is the top priority.
Be careful, mija.
So it's no surprise that recent news of confirmed measles outbreaks around the United States are leaving parents like Leslie Echeverria concerned for her children's health.
I'm concerned because my child hasn't received his measles vaccination yet.
Something she plans to do now more than ever. But there is still the concern for hygiene, especially of those around her.
A lot of people don't wash their hands, they touch surfaces, and then I'm afraid my children will touch the surface and get sick from touching it.
According to the CDC's website, the measles vaccine can virtually wipe out the virus. Veronica Herrera cannot overlook this fact in protecting her 3 children.
I think it's very important to get vaccinated because the measles is a very contagious disease. It's like a walking pneumonia. Kids have to now deal with the flu, with colds. You go to the doctor, they don't give you any medicine. So imagine if they got the measles and they started with bloodshot eyes, ear infections, then it develops to be pneumonia. That's very scary.
But parents aren't the only ones that have to worry about the measles outbreak. Childcare centers and schools also have to worry about protecting their children.
We sanitize all of the toys every day. For the older ones that are in pack and plays, we have mats, and then they have their own assigned blanket.
Although vaccinating is a free choice for parents, Burns says that in order to prevent diseases like the measles, parents should consider taking action.
All these kids are passing on the measles because parents didn't choose to vaccinate, which I'm not saying, that everyone should get their children vaccinated. That's, their own choice. But myself personally, I feel like if it's preventable in some way, then why not do it?
For the Omaha News, I'm Kenneth Vela.
You can find out more information about the measles on the Center for Disease Control's website at cdc.gov/measles. The site can also address any concerns about vaccinations. President Obama is asking Congress to authorize war against Islamic State militants. This action is in response to the deaths of U.S. citizens. President Obama says it left unchecked, ISIL will pose a threat beyond the Middle East. Obama would limit authorization to 3 years and would have no restrictions where U.S. forces could pursue the threat. Coming up on the Omaha News, studying abroad gives students the opportunity to transform the world into their classroom. But taking these trips can sometimes slow down the graduation date. Stay tuned to see how current students handle this dilemma.
And we have enjoyed the low gas prices, but now they are slowly on the rise. Coming up after the break, we see how this affects Omaha residents.
PBS is the place you should go first.
There are no advertisers to be satisfied, only an audience to be satisfied.
We take our responsibility as journalists very seriously. We are constantly thinking about our viewers and what they care about.
We want to let you know what the information is, and then you decide what you want to think.
At the NewsHour, we are after the facts and only the facts.
You've always known you were a leader. Someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons. To learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Students at UNO who are thinking about studying abroad no longer have to worry about not graduating on time because it is possible. Benjamin Hausch joins us from the newsroom with the story on how this is possible.
Thanks, Kristen. For some students, learning doesn't have to be restricted to their campus anymore. The UNO Study Abroad programs are designed to work well with students, majors, and minors.
I spent 4 months in Costa Rica.
And it's possible to earn credits while traveling to foreign countries.
The classes I took in Costa Rica, they all applied to my degree.
Michael Owen, a senior at UNO who has always enjoyed going abroad, is soon on his way to his next destination.
I'm leaving for China 2 weeks from tomorrow, actually. So I'll be in Chengdu, China. It's in the Sichuan province. I'll be there studying Chinese language, speaking, writing, listening, and also their culture.
But some students worry that going abroad might put their graduation date at hold.
That is actually kind of a myth associated with study abroad.
Hannah Gill is one of the UNO students who were able to go abroad and graduate on time.
I had studied abroad 3 times, 2 summer programs, and then a semester in Norway, and I was going to graduate a semester early, but I decided to study abroad a 3rd time, and so I graduated a little bit late, but I could have graduated early and have studied abroad 3 times, so it's doable, definitely.
It turns out to be that studying abroad doesn't postpone students' projected graduation date. It's about finding the right program that works for you.
We are able to find programs that fit just wonderfully with students' majors or minors.
Hassenstadt says it is possible for students to go abroad and graduate on time.
It depends on student goals, and every student is different. Every student is going to have different motivations, and then just figuring out how the coursework would be best sequentially planned, so that way study abroad is going to count perfectly into your major or minor.
Students can now enjoy going abroad and feel confident that their credits abroad will apply to their programs here at UNO. Back to you, Kristen.
Thanks, Benjamin. Students can find out more about the study abroad programs at the Arts and Science Hall, room 220.
Today, the Nebraska Lottery is giving away free Powerball tickets to celebrate the 3rd largest Powerball jackpot ever. The giveaways are being held in Omaha, Lincoln, and Grand Island. To get your ticket, visit 108th and Fort Hy-Vee store after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Gas prices are starting to rise from their recent historic lows. No one really wants to hear that, of course, but as Cody Trombler reports, certain drivers will be especially hit hard by the price increase.
After months of decreasing gas prices, the cost per gallon is finally going back up.
I would rather use other means of transportation.
Over the last 2 weeks, gas prices in the metro have risen to well over $2 a gallon.
It's our bread and butter. I mean, like, without it, we're screwed.
And while the rising gas prices do affect everyone, there are those hit harder than others.
We're reliant upon it in our jobs, so it just makes it more difficult.
Rick Murphy is a driver for the service Food Caddy and depends entirely on his car to make deliveries.
A quarter to a third of what I make. So the lower it is, the better.
Because of that, he's no stranger to feeling pain at the pump. As the price of oil increases, experts expect the gas price rebound to last for quite some time.
The more it hurts us and allows us to not pay off bills, or, we're just all trying to get by.
Murphy's wife and fellow driver says that the rising gas prices affect more than just their day-to-day expenses.
I think I filled up at $30, and right away I was like, awesome, I got $30 to put in the savings account for our vacations. And now it's not so much.
While there is no way of knowing how high gas prices will go on this rebound, everyone who depends on their car is hoping that they stay low.
Hopes that they go down. Worries that we're going to be stuck with it.
For the Omaha News, I'm Cody Trombler.
For tips on how to get the most fuel efficiency out of your car, go to fueleconomy.gov.
Looking to save money while filing your taxes? The Omaha Eligible Income Tax Credit Coalition is offering free help at multiple sites across the metro for individuals that make less than $59,000 a year. Not only will EITC volunteers prepare tax documents, but they will provide valuable information to individuals so that their taxes make sense. A representative from the coalition said that they are here to serve people and to help them be more financially stable. To find out if you qualify for free tax preparation and to visit a location, visit the website listed below and click on tax season information. Coming up after the break, as the UNO women's basketball team wraps up their year, they reflect on valuable lessons learned in preparation for the next year's conference.
Currently ranked 3rd in the state of Nebraska, a local wrestler has his second chance at a state title after missing last year's competition. All this and more after the break.
KVNO was in a really interesting place. This Victorian mansion near UNO.
3 floors. The studios were on the 3rd floor.
Bedrooms and bathrooms. So we had a challenge, but we ultimately ended up with an on-air studio.
We soundproofed it with carpet, and actually I think it sounded really warm, very radio friendly.
There were also rumors that the 3rd floor was haunted. Those were the maid's chambers, as we were told.
I had a sink in the office and leaded glass windows which looked out on the stable house in the back.
One colleague talking about having the window open one day, a warm spring or fall day, and a squirrel jumping through the window onto a turntable.
It was a great place, a great ambiance for a fine arts station.
It definitely had a charm to it.
About how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
NET Television expands your mind, enlightens your mind, inspires your mind, educates your mind, entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Next year, the UNO athletic teams finally make the official step into the Division I postseason. 2 Maverick players, although they are eager for that last step, they don't think their transition has been wasted. The University of Nebraska-Omaha Mavericks women's basketball team is ready to shoot
and Bogard running the court, lays it off to Michaela Shaw
and score next year in the Summit League.
I think we're all just trying to build a solid start for the people coming in the future and just like to leave a good lasting impression of us.
A lasting impression for many years to come.
They're just building a foundation of great athletics through the transition from Division II to Division I, and it's something that I really wanted to be a part of, and I'm glad I am getting to be a part of that.
New traditions and a chance to finally play in the postseason as a Division I team is bringing excitement and helping these Mavericks prepare for the future.
We're all looking forward to finally being able to play in that conference tournament next year, and just knowing that we have the opportunity to go further after that.
Down low to Michaela Shaw. Turnaround is good. Michaela Shaw is just so good right now for Omaha.
I think we're all super excited because playing in the postseason is just so exciting, and it's something that none of us have ever gotten the chance to do.
Competing at a high level is one thing, but the best part of it all?
I just want us to be remembered for being that first team that was part of the Division I process and eligibility, and hopefully we can just really make a name for ourselves in the Omaha community and be known as Omaha's team.
For the Omaha News, I'm Kristen Rogers. To see how the Mavericks are stacking up against conference competition, check them out against South Dakota State at home on February 18th. This weekend, the UNO Mav hockey team will be playing Western Michigan in a 2-night series. The game will be February 13th, and the puck drops at 7:37 p.m. at the CenturyLink Center. UNO students can take the shuttle bus for free to the game at 6:30 p.m. from Maverick Village and then at 6:45 from Scott Village.
A wrestling match can be the most grueling 6 minutes any high school athlete will ever experience. But Omaha News reporter Ryan Matheny tells us for one Creighton Prep athlete, that grind has turned into a standout work ethic.
Ever since elementary school, Cade Brownlee has loved wrestling.
I always wanted to be a wrestler.
The junior 182-pounder is currently ranked 3rd in the state in Class A. Brownlee has spent the offseason charting all of his workouts, making sure he's ready for this year's state tournament, a tournament that he missed last year.
I got the stomach flu, the night right before districts, and was up till 4:30 the night before, throwing up.
Battling illness, Brownlee's sophomore season came to an end with an overtime loss in districts.
Which was heartbreaking for me, working so hard last season just to have it come down to like a fluke sickness, but can't really blame it on the sickness that much.
While an illness ruined his chance at state glory last year, Brownlee hopes that his off-season work ethic will put him at the top of the medal stand at the CenturyLink Center on February 21st.
Having that doubt that I wasn't the wrestler I thought I was made me want to become him and made me put in the work that I needed to make that jump this season.
Creighton Prep head coach and former UNO wrestler Chaz DeVetter says Brownlee takes advantage of every practice to reach his ultimate goal.
Cade comes in and works out hard with a purpose, and you can tell, I think a lot of it goes back to he just loves the sport of wrestling.
A love that continues to grow through the years. Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Ryan Matheny.
Brownlee will begin his quest towards the state tournament with districts this weekend at Papillion La Vista High School. The Nebraska State Wrestling Tournament takes place February 19th through the 21st at the CenturyLink Center in Omaha.
Coming up after the break, a group of citizens are banding together to help keep neighborhoods safe.
And break a leg is a common expression for wishing a performer good luck. However, in the case of one UNO performing student living with brittle bone disease, this expression could be foreshadowing a tough break. We will fill you in after the break.
Something new or reach beyond. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. When you want to peer inside,
there's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
Will it seem almost impossible or push the limit?
Large tornado! It's humongous! We need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know. Nova.
Wednesdays on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Citizens helping citizens. That's what the Omaha Coalition Citizen Patrol is all about. Kyle Opliger reports on the positive impact the OCCP has made so far in the Omaha community.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and the Omaha Coalition Citizens Patrol is already in full discussion.
The Omaha Coalition Citizens Patrol has their monthly meeting here at the Southeast Precinct. Here they discuss ways in which they can better the community and make it a safer place for the citizens of Omaha.
The OCCP is divided between volunteers in different neighborhoods across the metro. With 24/7 vigilance, they are the extra set of eyes and ears for the Omaha Police Department. Eyes and ears that Gary Feldman needed.
We got our patrol going about 5 years ago.
The Joslyn Castle neighborhood needed help.
In our neighborhood, we had a rash of burglaries, and so we kind of banded together and decided we needed to do something. And it's been pretty effective over the years.
Deputy Chief Mary Newman was a guest speaker at today's meeting.
They've helped the community for many, many, many years out, and that partnership is certainly something that we're proud of.
By giving the community a chance to be involved and help keep the streets safe, the OCCP has proven successful as more and more volunteers step forward.
Just so appreciative of that people are willing to volunteer their time to help the citizens feel safer and to help law enforcement. And so it's just a win-win for everybody.
With the Omaha News, I'm Kyle Opliger.
For more information about volunteering, you can check out the OCCP website at omaha-occp.org.
Slipping on the ice in this cold weather is something everybody fears. For one UNO student, A fall like this could lead to much more than just bumps and bruises.
I tried playing sports, and it wasn't until like 20 broken bones later that I finally realized, I was like, oh hey, I'm probably not cut out for the whole sports thing.
In those early years for Dylan Mullenbert, a first-year theater student at UNO, a rare bone condition made being a kid dangerous.
One time I was like running around in my front yard playing like, I don't know, like tag with like, I think my little brother, and I just happened to land on my ankle wrong when I was running, and that just totally snapped and broke my ankle right on impact.
When brittle bone disease limited what he could do, high school play productions became his new outlet.
I realized I couldn't do sports or track or anything like that, but then I realized, you know, with people like my disease, I could still do extracurriculars like speech and one act and stuff, and those are things that not only did I like excel at, but like I really enjoyed.
Despite being unable to participate in traditional athletics in high school, Dylan's love for play productions eventually led him to pursue acting here at UNO.
I actually got a role in the play here. We're doing a Shakespeare play. It's my first ever. We're doing As You Like It, and I got the role of William. Just the fact that me being a first year here already got a role in the play is quite a big deal.
While acting can be physical too, of course, for Dylan, it's far safer to be playing Shakespeare than to be playing tag. You can see Dylan and the rest of the UNO Theater's production of Shakespeare's As You Like It at their debut performance April 15th through the 18th at the Weber Fine Arts Building. The Omaha News is launching a new feature this week. Friday, you can watch Omaha News Extra on our website.
Omaha News Extra will feature additional stories and coverage of Omaha and Nebraska. You can watch it on our website, theomahanews.com.
This week's stories include a look at how the No Child Left Behind Act is affecting one elementary school and a profile of 3 small business entrepreneurs.
For all of us at the Omaha News, good night.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
When will you look deep into space? When will you travel back in time? When will you experience the power of red? When? Anytime. Online at video.netnebraska.org. Search, select, and share with the NET Video Player. Watch our shows on your schedule.
Watch the Omaha News Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on the Knowledge Network.
What if there were a neighborhood where every child felt they belonged, and a big dog helped them stay little a little longer? A monkey helped them find the wonder in every little thing, and a flightless bird showed them how to soar. Support the people and programs that never stop asking, what if?